Good morning! Welcome to my wonderful world. I'm Purple Fluffy Chainsaw. You might also see me around on LiveJournal as Alana Gilmore. If you meet me in real life, Gilbert. No, I'm serious. My name's Gilbert. Yeah. How did I get into cosplay? Magical reasons. When I was a kid, I used to like to dress up a lot. My mum made me quite a few costumes, mainly Disney stuff. I was Aladdin. I was the coolest kid. I can't remember how I actually found out about cosplay, but I knew about it before I went to my first con. First con I couldn't cosplay for because it was a bit of a rush. Second cosplay, it went work. You know, it was kind of a natural progression for me, I guess. How long have I been cosplaying? 3 years. Not even 3 years yet. In May it'll be 3 years. Which is sort of bad when you consider the next question is how many cosplays have you done, and the answer is coming up to 30. Yeah, I think I've got 27. No, I've got 25 complete, last count, so I don't know if that takes into account this one. I'm currently in progress with China. As you can see, he's got a pair of socks, looking rather stunning. I've also got a Aziraphale to do before May, and so yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to average out at 10 a year. That's pretty appalling really, isn't it? And you wonder why I'm always broke. How do I get my costumes? Well, that's an interesting question. The first year, my mum helped me a lot. She, for example, made Ed. Look at the sexy coat. Out the way. This, well, I put the pattern on the back, but she made the rest of it for me because I was scared of sewing machines. So she made quite a lot of my first ones. Up until I went to university, I guess. Then I started to kind of hand sew stuff. Sorry, again. And kind of adjust things to... So, for example, this is Wolfram. That was a normal coat, as you can see from the tags, the lining and the skill, which I then sewed all 5 meters of yellow bias binding on by hand. Killed my fingers very badly. I did that quite a lot, like for Shiki and Neku from The World Ends With You. That's how their costumes were done. And then magical things happened, and my mother got me a sewing machine for Christmas last year because I'm that much of a nerd. This is Sakura, which the camera is resting on. And that's how I do all of my costumes these days, unless I particularly need to be neat. I have brought one costume, which is Suichi, but that's because it was more expensive to buy the PVC than it was to buy the entire costume made in PVC. So it was kind of a logic fail, and to be fair, I had to do some adjustments to it anyway. So what was my first cosplay? It was Ed! Oh, I love him. I wish I was still thin enough to get in there. Although I'm gonna cut my hair soon, so there will be no more Edding for me. He was my most worn costume until I made China recently. He's quite adorable, really. My favourite cosplay... well, Ed is pretty high on the list. China gets points for being Whip and also coming out so well. I guess I don't have a favourite cosplay. I have a couple that I wear a lot. And I have a couple where the characters are quite ingrained. At the moment I'm battling Prussia for control. It's fun. Yeah, so favourites? Nah, I don't think I have one. I love all of them. Prussia has so many different variations that he probably has to go on favourites list. But China, I'm very, very fond of. My favourite thing about cosplaying is, oh flip, the community. Except for a few idiots and a few elitists, I think that the UK cosplaying scene is one of the most friendly, adorable, happy places to be, and I'm really, really happy with it. It's starting to change these days, but when I first got into it, that was why I loved it. I also love pretending not to be me and smacking around and scaring people. The amount of comments I get on my eyes when I actually bother to put the contacts in are quite fun. Got a cosplay pet peeve? Yes, I do. It's elitists. I think that cosplaying is fun and a hobby, and you shouldn't prescribe to people how to do it. However, I also get really annoyed by people who buy costumes and claim it as their own. That's not cool. And people who don't put any effort into a costume, they just throw it together and don't bother about the details. My most recent cosplay, you've just seen it. He's coming along nicely, China. I'm hoping to enter him into Masquerade. The other one is this one, which I'm not wearing the trousers for. No, boots for, because I'm inside. Oh, that's why my room's such a mess, by the way, because I'm, you know, in the middle of sewing. Ooh, hang on. Yay. See, this is Teutonic Knight Prussia that I threw together on one weekend. Took me about 6 hours in total. My girlfriend gave me the material because she's a darling. I can't actually see if I'm in shot or not, so I hope I am. So it comes from the same material as my Korea's costume, or my girlfriend's Korea costume, so China's Korea. Okay, I'll shut up. And it came out really well. The trousers are from Sakura, that's why they're cut up, and they're actually too short for Sakura as well. But everything else came out really nicely, except for that it needs an iron at the moment because it was washed after the picnic because it got filthy. So, that appears to be that. I'm gonna finish my tea, turn into England, and go shopping. I tag any flip. And anyone else who wants to do it, because these things are always fun. Have a good day!